Hi, I'm Joe Burnam, Principal Trombone of the Italian National Radio Orchestra in Turin, Italy. I've been asked to do a small masterclass on the repertoire for the tenor trombone audition of the YouTube Symphony Orchestra. I'm going to talk about two pieces, the Berlioz Hungarian March and Wagner Ride of the Valkyries. I'd like to start with the Berlioz. First of all, in the Berlioz, I think it's important that your articulation is very clear, clean, and regular. I suggest practicing the Berlioz at a very slow tempo, looking for exact, even attacks on all the notes independent of the registers. I would suggest something like this. And so on, until they're all identical. There's no reason to go any faster than you need to until that's right. The next aspect of this piece, which is very important, is the rhythm. It's important that the dotted quarter notes are not too long or too short. In order to make those the right length, I suggest practicing straight eighths the entire time. I would suggest doing this. Throughout the piece. There's no reason to go any faster than that until you can do it perfectly even. The next aspect of the Berlioz which you must cure is the intonation. For this, I suggest taking very special care in all of the repeated notes. For example, the second, third, and fourth bars after 4, there are repeated A's and an A octave. Those notes must line up and be the same every time. By yourself, it helps the listener hear that you are playing in the same key center. You don't move. Your pitch is very stable. You can use a tuner and stop on those notes when you practice, like this. And make sure they're all even and the same. And finally, I'd like to address the problem of tempo and volume of this passage. Never play this faster than you can cleanly and comfortably. There's no reason to go faster than you can just because it's fast. It's not necessary. When it's clean, clear, and the articulation's perfect and the intonation's right, it will sound fast enough. As far as the volume's concerned, remember there are 3 other people playing with you, 2 other trombones and a tuba. And also remember the conductor knows this. So there's no reason also to try to play big enough for 4 people. Play at a volume where you can present your absolute best sound. That is one of the most important things in any audition. Let's go on to the Wagner. For the Wagner, I'd like to address immediately the style of the piece. It's very important that the heavy accent in every bar is on 1, and that 2 and 3, even though they may have some kind of accent indicated, are not as heavy as 1. You can practice this without the dotted rhythm, just playing the beats 1, 2, and 3. And also not too loud at first. Just like that, so that 1 is the heavy beat of every bar. After that, you can start thinking about the rhythm. The dotted rhythm, the other eighth notes. The dotted rhythm will be right if the weight on 1 is right. If 1 is not heavy enough, the dotted rhythm will sound wrong no matter what. I suggest practicing this without the dots and do it, take the excerpt apart. Do it once like this. Then maybe this way. Then gradually add the dotted rhythm, perhaps repeating it. After that, try doing it as it's written, but slowly. As long as the weight is on one, the dotted rhythm will be right. Practice this slowly with the metronome and gradually speed it up. Don't play it faster than you can at first. The intonation is obviously very crucial because the beginning is a B major arpeggio. If you can get a friend to play a B for you, a pedal B or just a long B, and you play against that B and tune the chords, that's the best way to practice it. Do it later on in the piece when the key changes, do the same thing. Never play this louder than you can. That's a big mistake that I've heard in many auditions. Remember, here, there is the bass trumpet, 3 other trombones, and the tuba playing. The conductor knows this, and so do the listeners who are skilled at trombone music. They know how loud this is. Don't try to play big enough for 5 people. The tempos, it varies from conductor to conductor. Play at a tempo that's comfortable for you, not too slow, not too fast, just in case a conductor asks you to play it faster or slower, so that you're flexible for anything. Okay? Thank you very much for listening. Practice hard and good luck with your audition.